Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Clear Dental Decay. As you all know, the main aim of this channel is to guide all the medical professionals and skilled professionals who like to consider other countries an option to work and acquire education from, etc. Now, taking you around Europe, let's talk about a new European country today. Now, today we're going to talk about how to work as a foreign dentist in Norway. Now, Norway is one of the favorite European countries when it comes to working as a dentist abroad, and I've tried to make it as simple as possible so that it's easy for you to understand. So grab a pen and paper or take screenshots and let's go. Now let's talk about the table of contents. What are we going to talk about in this video? Now, step 1, we're going to talk about the language, very important. Step 2, apply for assessment with Helsis Directorial. Step 3, assessment results. Step 4, additional requirements. Step 5, apply for authorization. And step 6, residence and work permits. So this is what we're going to talk about in this video in detail. Now let's talk about the first step, the Norwegian language. Now you must prove Norwegian at B2 level. Without this, you cannot proceed with other steps. So if your dental education is outside EU or EEA, you must document Norwegian language at B2 level. Now, except for that, what I've heard is that even if you qualify Danish or Swedish at B2 level, it is acceptable. But according to my research, Norwegian is relatively easier than Danish, so it's better if you learn Norwegian. Step 2, apply for assessment with Helsis Directorate. Now we have to apply through Altinn, which is the Norwegian dental portal. The documents you need are get certified scanned PDFs and if needed official translations, which is government authorized translator of your passport, the dental diploma and dental certificate, detailed transcripts, diplomas, supplements, subject lists, hours, etc. Official curriculum or the syllabus showing all the clinical hours, the internship, house job training that you have done, their certificates. Now the character certificate from your country, which cannot be more than 3 months old. Employment references and any prior authorizations from any other countries, which can be an advantage. So you have to scan, combine multi-page documents into single PDFs, keep colored scans, and because Altinn rejects photos and poorly scanned pages. Alright, and additional information here is the primary source verification, which is data flow similar. So for many non-EU applicants, the Directorate requires primary source verification of your diplomas and transcripts. So you have to check the Altinn instructions, and if required, you must register with the verifier, upload the originals, and pay their fee. And you have to do this early because it can take some time. Now, this depends from country to country, so depending upon where from the EU nations are you applying from. Now, coming to step 3, what is the assessment of your application? Now, of course, there are 2 outcomes, but we're going to talk more about the outcome B because if we are not from a European country, it's most probably B. So if it's not equivalent, you will receive a decision saying that you must complete additional requirements. Now, there are several types of additional requirements. We're going to talk about them. Now, step 4, what are the additional requirements? So firstly, of course, is the language to B2 level. Your case is not going to be completed until you submit the language certificate. So they might assess all the other documents, but they would wait until you give the B2 certificate of Norwegian language. Now, after that, the other thing they would ask, this is something that the university will give you more information because I do not know too much information about this. So the council is going to give you the information. That is a course of National Fair, which is a national course about Norwegian health services, law and society, plus the module for safe handling of medicine. So this is something the university is going to guide you. And most importantly, all the non-EU dentists have to take an exam, which is the dental license exam in Norwegian. And that is actually the proficiency test that they're talking about. It would be practical, oral, and written. I would, of course, come up with more information regarding the exact format of the exam. But for now, we do know that the exam is in Norwegian and it's going to be practical, oral, and written. So once you qualify them, after that, you can get your authorization. And they usually happen twice a year, in spring and in autumn. Now, coming to step 5, once your exam is clear, you can apply for authorization. So what you have to do is you have to send certificates, the language proof, national course certificate, and your exam results to the Helsinki Directorate, and you have to tell them that you have completed the process. So after that, they're going to assess all the documentation and they're going to grant you authorization. So that is the procedure. And after authorization, of course, you're going to get an HPR number, which is your official number. And after that, you can start practicing. Step 6, residence and work permit for non-EU nationals. So for non-EU nationals, what happens is it's more or less the same that we talked about previously. If you're already in Norway for education or if you're married there, it's easier to apply for jobs once you get the authorization. But if not, and if you're in your home country, what you have to do is you have to apply for jobs. And whenever you get a job, your boss or your employer has to send you a work permit and a contract, and through that you can apply for a work visa. So that's like sponsorship. So they'll sponsor you
through, and through that you can apply for a work visa, and then you can move to Norway and start practicing as a dentist there. Now, having said that, I conclude with this video, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope that this video helped. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me on my Instagram, TRDentalDK. And if you like my content and you find it helpful, kindly do subscribe so that more interesting content and helpful content is available to you. Thank you and have a good day.